Hey, good morning. Today's May 28th. Today's a Tuesday, and just want to share something. These are just my thoughts, my opinion about basically what's been going on around the world, horrible things, and um, I've been very disturbed lately. I've been really shaken to the core uh, about what happened here a few days ago. Now it shook me because there are times when you're just like you're walking around, you're happy, and all of a sudden something happens. It's like you think you're doing everything right, you're doing everything good, you feel happy, you feel proud, and then this thing happens. It just caught me off guard. When I heard it, it really broke my heart, and I will definitely never forget this. This is horrible. This were people that just wanted to help the children, and they were in an area where there was a lot of churches. Okay, there were other churches in the area, and this happened. It's a very sad, and I have not been able to. I actually could not get off my bed, and I've been looking into a lot of this incidents. This also happened in 2015. There was a woman. She was also taking care of orphans, and she was gunned down. And it makes me sad because it's just not. It's crazy. It's sad. It's really pathetic, and it's just she does not deserve. These people don't deserve this. And that also brings me to this. I just want to bring up a verse real quick. Mainly, I want to talk about the Bible, evil in the world, and why I think it's happening. But just a verse just came up in my head about that woman. I'll just find it real quick. It was, let me see what it was. I think it was, oh yeah, the only religion God accepts. Okay. Oh, no, I should have looked that up. I forgot what verse that is. Okay. I really like this verse. Even when I was an agnostic, and even when I was living in the dark, this was the only verse I really I kept it in my mind, my whole ever since I was in my 20s. Just for years. I just kept this. Religion that God our Father accepts. So this is James. It's actually in James. Let me just write that down. Okay. Let's see if it's. That's on James 27. I should have wrote that in verse. James 1:27. Pure religion and undefiled before God and the Father is this, to visit the fatherless and the widows in their affliction, and keep himself unspotted from the world. Or in other translation, religion that God our Father accepts is as pure as this. After orphans and widows in their distress, to keep oneself from being polluted by the world. So this people were doing what this is. They were practicing the only religion that God accepts, and it's sad because they're doing the work of God. They're doing what they were supposed to do. They're not like me. And I have respect for those people because I don't do that. I'm not doing the work that they're doing, and they're out there, in the most dangerous places in the world. It's nuts, and only to be gunned down. It's very horrible. So about this thing, it's crazy. So basically, I've been thinking about it. Okay, this is just my opinion. This is just me babbling, so it's nothing like, I'm just thinking about it. It's really nothing like, it's just me going in my thoughts. It's like, why? Why can this happen? Why do we live in such a terrible world where this happens? It's crazy. And basically, there's a lot. I mean, this has been on for days now. I've been thinking about this. It really shook me, right? Really shook me. I almost gave up. I could not. I was outside. I couldn't even look at the sky. I used to go outside and I'd feel the warmth of the sun, and I looked at all the flowers and the plants. But now I'm just, now I'm just like, I basically look at plants now and I curse them, and then I look at flowers, I curse them. I curse the grass. I don't even look up at the sky. That's how hurt I was. And but it really made me think about what's going on. You know what? There's a lot of bad things. I mean, you look at the news; it's just crazy. Just people getting gunned down. Like last year, there were mass shootings. There was like the amount of days in the year is like 365, right? There were more mass shootings than the number of days. I think that was in 2023. That's how insane this is. Basically, the way I look at it now is, let's just pull up the verse. Um, well, let me mute my friends. I'm on a call with my friends. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, so what does this say? Oh, yeah. Let me. This is what Jesus says. So So the most evil thing that you could possibly do in this world was committed, obviously to the Son of God. The most evil thing. They crucified him in Calvary. So right here, and then Jesus said, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they do." And then they parted his raiment and cast lots. Right after he said this, they're gambling, and the people stood beholding. The rulers also with them derided him, saying, "He saved others, let him save himself." This is basically what our people are saying now, like especially what happened to the missionaries. They're all saying why God didn't save them, right? You're the chosen one, why God didn't save you. The way I look at it right now, again, this is just my opinion. Basically, the way I see it now, all these evil people, they're just, mocking him, doing all this, just gambling and just saying evil things, or taking arms and just hurting people and gunning people down is basically, the way I see it. I worked a lot with a lot of disabled people. I used to work with disabled people, and it's basically that these people are disabled in their spirit, in their hearts and their minds. They're not healthy. They're basically sick. They don't know what they're doing. They really have no idea what they're doing. And I'm talking about people here, right? Rulers. They're sick. Okay, I'm not talking about disabled people. I'm talking about these people are disabled in their minds and their hearts and their thoughts. They're sick. They're just sick people. All these people they're not. They don't know who Jesus is, right? Jesus said they're gonna kill you. They're gonna do all these things to you because they don't know the Father. They don't know Jesus. They don't have the knowledge. Just like back in the Old Testament, they were sacrificing children, they were cutting them in half, and they were offering them to their god Molech. They created a god. The same way they created a calf. They make this idols because they just don't know what they're doing. They just want to. They just have things. They're very they just want either money, food, or whatever. Um, they don't know the Bible. They don't know the scriptures. They don't know about Moses, or they don't know about the gospel. They're ignorant. They're ignorant of that. For me, I know that. Okay, I'm telling you. I became a convert like 2 years ago. Uh, I read the Bible my whole life, but I just didn't, I didn't believe until like 2 years ago. I did not completely believe that it's actually God speaking in the Bible, and it's actually God talking. And it takes a long time. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying that this is easy. It's hard. Some people take years to realize this is actually God speaking in the Bible. It's actually God talking. A lot of people have no idea. They don't know because they haven't seen the visions yet. Like I have had visions, and it just came to me, and just like, oh man, this is God talking. But at first, it started with me believing. I started believing. But yeah, you have to believe what God's even talking. A lot of people don't even believe what He's saying. So it's unfortunate. So they just put the Bible aside and say this been rewritten over and over, and it's corrupt and it's all lies. And I've definitely been through that road. I've definitely thought like, man, this got to be lies. But God struck down King Herod, right? So if God would struck down liars. Why would He lie? See King Herod right here. I don't know what chapter that is. I like bringing this up because this is a historic figure. So God, He was eaten by maggots. An angel struck Him down because He was lying. He was telling people a bunch of lies. And but yeah, I really like this verse. There's this church called Eastern Lightning, or the Church of Almighty God, and I love because they always bring there's verses up. They always bring this verse, and it's very interesting when they bring it up. Every time I hear them say it, it's really funny. See if this. My people, this is Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for their lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. Thou shalt be no priest, seeing that you have forgotten the law of God. I will also forget your children. So, yeah, so they like to bring this up there. My people are destroyed for knowledge. People don't have the knowledge. Like I said, I've only been a convert for the past 2 years. Started reading the Bible nonstop. I think a year ago. But yeah, it is. Yes, people don't have their own knowledge. They don't know the prophets. Right? Abraham said, Abraham was talking to a man in hell, and told him, you have Moses and the prophets, So people don't know about Moses and the prophets. They don't know the laws that God gave to Moses. They don't know about the blessings or the curses. They don't know about the prophecy of Daniel, prophecy of Jeremiah, right? The prophecy of Isaiah, the light to the Gentiles. They don't know that. So They don't have the fear like I do. They don't know what God did in Assyria. They don't know what God did in Egypt. They don't know what God did with the Greece, the kingdom of Greece. Right? They don't know that. They don't know about the Hittites, right? They don't know about the Canaanites. They don't know about the Caphtorites. They don't know about the Amorites. They don't know about the who else was there? Yeah, the Ammonites and the Amorites. They don't know about that. They don't know about what's happening there when God is like moving them around. And then the Hebrews. Okay, so I have a fear, so I'm not gonna go out there and grab an AK-47 and start gunning people down. But at the same time, I do know it's hard to come to the knowledge. It's not easy. It's not, it would be nice if people read the Word of God, read the Bible. They would fear God, right? This is a lot. But yeah, behold the fear of the Lord. This is in Job 28:28. Unto man he said, behold the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom. To depart from evil is understanding. Right? So people don't have the fear of the Lord. Proverbs 1:7, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride and arrogance, and the evil way and the froward mouth do I hate. The fear of the Lord prolongeth days, and the years of the wicked will be short. And the fear of the Lord is confidence. And so there's just a lot. But yeah, this knowledge, this knowing all these things that the Lord did, starting with Moses all the way to the disciples of Jesus and the apostles. So we all know what happened to John the Baptist, right? What is this one? John the Baptist, the greatest. So the Lord said he's like the greatest man, I think. Just want to make sure that's correct. That's Matthew. That's Matthew chapter 11. Here we go. We see here. For this is he whom is written, behold, I send my messenger. Tell you, among born of women, there hath not been greater than John the Baptist. So he's like one of the greatest men alive, and obviously he was killed. They did everything, the Lord said they did everything they wanted with this person. They did whatever they wanted, and they killed him. They beheaded him, put his head on a plate. So I do know that in the Bible it says God will protect you, and he's talking to his prophets. He's going to protect them. But obviously some of them got killed. They killed the prophets. That's the reason why Jesus came. Because they were killing God's prophets, and God said, I'm going to send my own son. And what they gave him, they killed him. But that was the plan. It was God's plan. God said it was premeditated. It was his will. In the book of Acts, to lay down his life. And the Lord said that, let me just bring that chapter up real quick. So why would God allow people to die and all this stuff? Um, and I'll just put it here. I think it's right here. Yeah, so this thing is in KJV, so I gotta look it up. Oh, it's a kernel of wheat, John 12:24. So Jesus said, "Verily I say unto you, except a corn of wheat falls to the ground and die, it abides alone. But if it die, it brings much fruit." So, yeah, a lot of things in life, our food, animals were sacrificed. A lot of male chicks, if you look up male chicks being called, male chickens being called, they're being called in like millions. Let me actually show you that. Millions of little just to feed the human race, man. To feed people. Millions of now I don't agree with this, okay? This is not, but this is the reality. Millions of chicks are just being called, and just to feed people, and it's just the same way. I'm sorry, I should have gotten this ready. Like I said, this is just me sharing my thoughts. I just want to share this. No greater love. I just want to make sure it's horrible. Okay, all these things are horrible. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna experience death. It's all coming. It's a sign for man to die, and then the judgment. So it's horrible. This is sad stuff, man. I'm not, this gives me a little bit of comfort, but at the same time, John 15:13, greater love have no man than this, and that is to lay down his life for his friends. And I can understand all these people who make fun of the people that got killed, that got gunned down. They really love the children. You can look up their Instagram. You can look up, and it's not, they were doing what they love doing. They love the children, man. And all these evil people that, and the reason I make this video is just because they didn't, like, my whole point is they just don't understand. They don't know that they don't have the knowledge, and they're sick. They're mentally ill, and the spirit, mentally, their heart is sick. They're physically sick. Again, it's hard. They live. Some of these people live in war-torn countries. They live in poverty. All they see is death and destruction. So what do? They rely on a gangster. They're led by a gang leader, and they worship. They just follow the lead of whoever, and they destroy innocent people, and obviously they will be punished. Both the righteous and the evil people, they get punished. they will be punished. They will see. They will suffer for what they did. And um, in the book of Isaiah, it does promise that the righteous will they will rest. They will. I don't remember what chapter it's on, but let me see if I can find it. Yeah. Shall enter into peace, they shall rest in their beds, each one walking in his uprightness. In book of Ecclesiastes, King Solomon does talk about how the upright people are taken. He saw people the upright. The same thing, man. Even in the old days, in the time he was living, he was seeing the same thing. He was seeing upright people being destroyed, their life is cut short, and the wicked are just like living. They live, not very long, but they they seem like they're prospering, but they're really not. Like I said, they're mentally sick, they're ill, they're disabled. Their thoughts, their hearts, their minds are not normal. They're not healed. They're sick, right? Yeah, so it's just these people they don't know what they're doing. Like, that's the whole point. I think my point has come across. That's really all I want to talk about. That we try to give these people the knowledge, the understanding, and going through all these words, going through yeah, it's very sad, but yeah, the more people suppress the Bible, the more sick, what you're going to see more violence. You're going to see more people that are sick. They don't have the fear of God. They don't know the Bible. They don't know the scriptures. And people make fun of us, saying we're trying to shove our religion or our faith. I already made it clear the only religion God accepts is to take care of the orphans, to visit the fatherless and the widow in their distress. And you can see there's a lot of widows. There are a lot of people being widowed today in Ukraine and Gaza and in a lot of places. We're not trying to shove religion. The only true religion that God accepts is you visit the widow and the fatherless. Try not to be corrupted by the world. And that verse made no sense to me when I was trying to learn about the Bible. I actually left the church because of that, because I didn't understand. Because I did love the world. I thought the world is. I wanted money, and that's what people are. They want money. That's what people want. They want nourishment. They want things. Sometimes they want more than they want greed. They're greedy and they want more than what they have. And then you can see a lot of people trying to cross borders right now, and it's sad. They're trying to get into the countries, thinking that it's hard. It's very difficult, and then they have to cross these dangerous areas where you have the cartels and you have dangerous people. That then you have people that take advantage of them. They ask for money or more than what they have, and so we live in a very horrible reality. And like I said, I don't have answers to any of this stuff. It's just people are sick, man. A lot of people are sick, man. They're sick in the spirit. They're mentally ill. They're disabled in the spirit, and in the spirit they don't have this knowledge. They don't have this knowledge. And without this knowledge, a lot of people don't know what matters in life. They don't know. Uh, they don't know they don't know Jesus' words. Jesus said that His words are spirit and life. And without His words, you're dead. You're just walking dead. You're sick, and but like I said, that's where we're at right now, and I don't know. It's not gonna bring back this people, but like Jesus said, there's no greater love than to lay down your life. And it's such a horrible world. I think that's the only way I could live. I have to. The only reason I would go through the pain, go all of this crap, all this craziness in the world, is because I care about my friends. That's the only reason. That's the only reason I deal with this, with anything. This is the only reason I keep going. Alright, it's horrible, but you know what? Just as it's written in Isaiah, these people are going to lie down in torment. All those people that are just, the people that are just, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not the judge, so I can't, I can't judge. Like I said, I don't have hatred for what these people did. If they repent, and you gotta understand, like the founder of Christianity, the guy that was spreading Christianity, was killing Christians. His name was Paul, and he's the main reason we have Christianity. He's went to the Gentiles, and he was a murderer, man. He was killing Christians left and right, and he would watch, and he was going to Damascus to imprison more Christians, and the Lord chose him to the Lord chose him to do the will, and to do his work. So you never know. Like some of these people that are doing this evil things, they become, some of them, they have big regrets. Like the Lord said, man, like the kernel of wheat has to die, and it gives life to everyone. The same way a lot of the food that we eat, we cook it, technically it dies, and we eat it, and we get to live. So, but that's the only way. That's the only reason I find comfort. Other than that, I can't get up from my bed. I honestly can't. When all this crap that's happening in the world, I honestly don't want anything. I don't even look. I don't even want to see what it looks like outside, or I don't enjoy life. What happened to these missionaries that were killed? I can't. It's just to me there's nothing. You can't give me. There's just no point for me to like continue with life, other than there's just no point. There's honestly no point for it, because it's just like I am still angry about it. I'm still disturbed, but I just share this because it might help someone. But if not, like I said, I'm just giving my opinion. But the truth is, people are sick. They're sick. They don't know what. They're disabled, man. They're mental ill. It's mental illness, and that's what evil is. People are. They're not. They don't know the gospel. They don't know the Bible. And if you guys keep suppressing the Bible, which is the living water, yeah, you're gonna see more craziness. People are being guided not by, they're being guided by their flesh. They're just animals. They're gonna act like animals, and they're also believing lies. Because there's no reason to hurt someone that is caring for children. And it just makes no sense. It just doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that? But anyways, I'm gonna go post this on Reddit. I want to see what people say, what people are gonna say about it. This is my first video, so I apologize. I'm gonna cut it here because I don't want it to be longer than 35 minutes. So you guys have a good day, man. Take care. man, it's rough out here, man. It's really rough. I really am. It's really difficult, and so, and and we're all here together, man. We're in a freaking rock that is swirling through space. It's crazy. It's crazy.